Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 20th Annual Open at Tallahassee, sponsored by Visit Tallahassee. Run Productions bringing you coverage of this PDGA A Tier 3 rounds in the MPO division. At Tom Brown, joining you in the commentary booth, it is Felix Vega, joined by Dillon Deal. Dillon, Infinite Disc stepping up and sponsoring this coverage. You got out there with a single cam and follow these guys around. What'd you see out there? Or what could these guys expect?
Saw some good plays, saw some bad plays, some made putts and some missed putts. We got a little bit of it all on our second card here. I'm looking forward to going through it with you guys. Glad to be back in the booth.
Yeah, fun one. You're going to see some names that you recognize here at this event. Always brings out big names for this one. Joseph Anderson, you know him as Joey Buckets, 1034 rating, coming into another season representing Castaplast.
Jamie Kiep, Georgia local, 1003 rated, coming down south a little bit farther to try and take one down.
Bradley Williams, first time playing this event. If you saw the practice round, you saw what his tactics are going to be out here. Always a fun one to watch.
And rounding on our card, Grady Shue, sponsored by Infinite Disc, coming in at 1028 rated. This being sponsored by him, I know he's ready to show up.
Yeah, we're going to kick things off here on hole 1, par 3, 355 feet. Mandatory on the right-hand side, that tree that the drone is flying by. Now, you see the tightness of this OB kind of pinches in the further down this fairway you get, and then wraps around the back edge of this basket here. And with this ground play, you can easily get a skip and find OB pretty much in any direction.
Yeah, especially coming towards the back, it's sneaky close and fast.
This is the 140 tee time. Teeing off first, sponsored by Castaplast, Joseph, Joey Buckets, Anderson.
It was a windy day, as you can see by Joey's shirt there, and it's only going to get windier as we progress on.
Yeah, you won't see anything like this in our practice round. It's almost a completely different course out there today.
Staying in bounds for Joey.
Jamie, keep.
If you watch the Savannah Open coverage, Jamie Kiep made the final 6 loop for us. Always a fun one. Tons of personality.
If you couldn't tell by the feather in the hat. You'll find out pretty quickly we had good vibes on this card today.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less.
Bradley Williams.
Bradley Buckets?
Wonder if he borrowed it from Joey or if he just happens to have a collection of bucket hats himself.
I think it was partly brought out by being on a card with Joey today. I think they were kind of showing off their hats together.
Grady Shue, we see Paige in the background there, who just finished up her round just moments before. Looks like we're going to have 4 inbounds here for second feature card of the day.
A little outside the circle look here for Jamie.
Oh, okay. That had the line just a touch low there. Hard to commit with the OB running so close behind from that angle. Joey, however.
Great putt from a knee. That's how you like to get a round started.
Showing no nerves early there. Good putt.
Bradley just inside the circle. Good confident stroke to get it started.
It was interesting because Bradley just talked about switching back to the straddle putt, and that one was the staggered putt. So I'm wondering, is it a distance thing that he goes to the straddle versus stagger?
Work in progress, maybe?
Yeah, we'll have to see what he chooses to do throughout the round here.
Still going to tap in, Jamie.
He's ready to go on to hole 2.
All right, hole 2, par 3, 335 feet. A couple different options you can choose here. You can go forehand on the left, straight up the gut, or if you want to get a little riskier, hyzer out to the right. Not going to see a lot of variation in distance or shot shape on this card. It's pretty straightforward for these guys.
That one looks really good for Joe as he sneaks it past those last sets of trees there. He's gonna have a in the inside the circle look.
Yeah, I know we would have liked to see that stay straight a little bit longer. Mako 3 here for Bradley.
Mm-hmm. Drifting a bit on him there. Oh, a little bit of backstop on the side.
That looked like a full rip for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a putter.
Oh.
Just a kiss.
Yeah, just a little kiss to the right. If you've seen Grady putt before, you know he's in range anywhere in the course, so it really doesn't matter how far he is from the bucket. Oh, that's drifting on him. A lot.
Yeah, that was really flippy. I think he said that was a virus, but I'm not 100% sure. He was throwing it a lot today.
He throws a lot of the overmolds, so he's Axiom MVP. He's open bag, but he loves him some MVP. Stepper. Good run.
Just not enough meat on those left side chains.
Yeah. Tough footing, too. It's brave to step putt into that pile of rocks there. He could twist an ankle very early on.
There you go. That was a good putt. That wasn't going anywhere but in.
Yeah, right on cue. Grady doing what he does, putting the alpaca in the bottom of the basket.
Again with just the stagger putt there. No straddle yet from Bradley.
We'll have to see if he has a C2 look, if he's going to switch it up. Joey with this left to complete this. Is it a start for him? No, Jamie missed the putt.
Yeah. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
Good starts for 3 of our players on this card, though.
Yeah, lots of green already. These opening holes here at Tom Brown are muskets almost. They're difficult enough, but you know you want to get all 3. You'll see. And here we are at hole 3. Pretty straightforward, 245 feet. You have this walkway here, which does play as an OB river. But really these guys should not be bringing that into play. Throwing straight putters right up this middle gap. There's a little bit of a sneaky gap on the right-hand side. If you can kind of pinch through those last sets of skinny trees, that can give you a hyzer finish back for the look. Or if you're Albert Tom, you throw it over the top. I don't know if any of these guys are going to do that.
I don't know if he should have done that.
Oh, that's drifting right to that sneaky gap and kind of gets a kick towards the bucket.
Yeah, you probably won't see anything faster than about a 5-speed from any of these guys, maybe even a 3-speed.
Yeah. We saw Bradley in the practice round throw a glow AVR just like that one. Oh, but that one's leaked a little early left.
Fought through, should be inside the circle.
Mm-hmm. I know Grady putts with alpacas, but I don't know what his go-to throwing putter is.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I couldn't get a really good look at it, and that's an unfortunate kick to go that far back and left to be stymied off by those trees.
Yeah. I'll have to ask him tomorrow what's the go-to for him on a shot like this. Again, that's flipping on Jamie, the wind and maybe the understability, too much of a combo there.
Yeah, it was swirling. I think we had a little bit of a headwind on this one today. Into the thick of it.
Yeah. Committing to it. Props to the feather for staying put on the hat, too.
Yeah, that's right. A lot to manage here for Grady. Got through clean, but couldn't find chains. Still a good run.
Does Bradley have a straight look at it? He does, and he converts.
That's what we like to call a birdie streak.
3 in a row, getting the turkey early on for Bradley.
Good cleanup par there.
Mm-hmm. Joey, it looks like he's got a little bit of a gap to navigate.
Yeah, framed up perfectly for him.
And Grady gonna tap out the par here before we move on to a pretty challenging hole 4.
Hole 4, par 3 at 465 feet, so sorry to all you AMs out there, we're not getting this one. It was about 330 to carry the water, so that eliminates most of us right there. Pretty straight shot, straight hyzer. No real OB to talk about other than that water. The right stuff is not really in play, and you don't want to go left.
Yeah. This is a hole that's hard enough with the distance carry, but you see the water moving left to right. Predominantly, that was the wind most of the day, which is pushing the disc over to the right a lot and making it harder for it to fight back at the end of its flight like you want. That is getting knocked around, but stay safe. And Joey loves it. Step 1 accomplished.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't quite get it turned over enough to get that wind push and through the gap.
I like the nose angle on this. Oh, but even this is getting pushed around.
Now that is about 60 feet short.
Grady, with no shortage of power, one that he can definitely reach. This has got a good amount of tilt on it, but we're seeing the same result for all 3 drives so far.
I think the left to right wind was scaring these guys. They all bumped up stability a little bit. Except for Jamie.
But
and it still couldn't quite get it over, yeah?
Yeah, it's still getting drifted backwards. But all 4 safe and in bounds.
You needed every bit of that flip.
A little pitch up there.
Yeah, that was where most of them were. That was Jamie.
Okay. Grady opting for the forehand play, and that's going to put him well inside the circle there.
Tough to park this basket, though, with those guardian trees. Butter.
Oh, that's so good.
Here's that long look from Bradley.
Oh, tickling the right side there, but just couldn't hold on.
Yeah, that one probably could have fallen.
If you start off 4 for 4, it's quite a statement because this one is a tough one to get.
Yeah, it certainly feels like a bonus.
Yeah. Ooh, a little high there for Joey, but it's a par nonetheless.
In is in. We like stress-free pars, don't we?
Absolutely. And if you say you don't, you're lying.
Absolutely.
Hole 5. This one, a par 3, 415 feet. Downhill from the start, you've got this very tight gap to navigate through here. Pretty much a straight shot the entire way. If you can get your disc to land somewhere around here. The ground play is usually going to get you a legitimate look for the birdie. Right side a little less congested, left side of this green heavily congested, and a tough to get an actual clean birdie look from there.
Yeah, you don't want to end up left. Kind of hard to get far right.
Joey letting this one drift a little bit left, but I think he's made it far enough down there where he's still going to have an open look to at least pitch up.
I'm curious to see what all these guys throw here. You could really go mid-range, or you could really go up to a fairway at a 9-speed. I think this is a T-Bird 3, though, from Bradley.
It is. Oh, and it tickled one little branch that kind of stopped it from holding that turn line. This is a tough stretch. 4, 5, and then you'll see hole 6 are hard ones to get for this field.
Going with the hyzer flip.
Ooh.
Perfect amount of turn.
That looks great. I wonder if that was a dynasty that he threw. Or if he sped down a little bit.
Back to something a little flippier for Jamie. I think he got a similar result as Grady. Couldn't quite see down all the way into the fairway.
I think he might have finished a little more left. Grady's
Maybe.
definitely held that turn. Yeah, he's over on the
yeah.
left side.
Looked like he didn't get much skip at all. Kind of just stopped him.
Might have clipped one of the bases of one of these trees here. Now he's got a little bit of patent pending going. Steep hyzer angle around the right side. Very well executed.
Yeah, that was a great shot. And not the line I was expecting him to take.
Grady, does he have the framed up gap here? Does. Oh, man, good run.
Yeah, I thought that one was in the whole way. It was just floating and died right at the end.
Bradley, it looks like C2.
There's the straddle, but I don't
Whoa,
know if
and
it was for the...
Dropping it in with the straddle. That's the first C2 look that we've really seen besides the one where he was in the woods. You couldn't really tell if that was just that he had to straddle or if he was choosing to straddle.
Joey from a knee again.
One of the late Guardians. So I was talking about that left side is just more congested. You get a lot more blocking trees there. Jamie cleaning up the par. Par is fine on this hole.
Absolutely. With as much trouble as there is early and all the kicks you can take, if you're just in there in 3, you're happy.
It's your time to hit a fairway once, just one time. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Hole 6, par 4, coming in at 500 feet. Averaging, what is that, 0.23 strokes over par?
Over par, yeah.
So playing pretty hard today. Tight fairway, cut a couple gaps to get out into the open, but as soon as you do, you're met with some OB protecting the green all the way around. Don't want to come up short, left, long, or right. You're taking a stroke.
Yeah.
Be accurate on this one.
It just demands accuracy at every single shot. You can't. There's no chance to breathe easy on this hole.
No, not at all. They're just trying to smooth something out there.
That's a destroyer that he threw, and that's a pretty good landing area there. The more left you are, it kind of opens up the angle a bit more on your second shot.
Yeah. I've seen some people pick and choose left or right. It seems like if you want to go farther, you try to go more right. Or
Yeah.
if you want to open your angle, you go left. Seems like Buckets is taking the same approach as Bradley.
Yep. Should be neighbors down there. See if Grady's going to try to shape one up this right or middle gap here. A little tight. Hits that center tree and gets the left kick.
Yeah, if you're going to pick one tree out there to not hit, it's probably that one.
Yeah. If that flexes back, he's going to be in good shape. We'll see that right side fairway how he did. There is OB protecting the previous hole from this fairway.
Here we see Grady's kick out to the left. He did not reach the OB of the other fairway for the next hole.
Yes, there's a big downhill hole that plays on that left side. Grady punching all the way through. That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's a nice, safe, conservative shot. The gap he had right there was much tighter than it appeared.
Is he trying to get all the way there?
I believe he did.
It's got the green flag. He's on the green. Or he may be in that area. There's like a buffer zone between the green and the first set of OB. But it looked like he got to the green. We'll see when he gets up there.
Oh, man.
So close.
I knew as soon as it was out of his hand.
Yeah.
And there was a quick discussion about if this disc was OB, he should leave his original line if he wanted to take a provisional or something like that. But
right.
it was determined the disc was inbound, so he didn't want to take the stroke.
Okay. Oh. Ooh, beautiful shot there. Oh, this is just a nightmare scenario once you're in that right side. The left side is bad, but the right side is equally, you think it's clearer until you get in there and then you realize Very sparse gaps.
Yeah, the rough was deceptively rough.
Yeah. Grady was going to want that to sit. He's going to have a bit of a long look left for his possible par here.
Jamie going around the right side over the bridge and out of bounds. So he won't get to advance very much because that OB line does come up the right side to the bridge.
Tough hole here for Jamie. Yeah, he's taking this way back.
Only about 50, 60 feet.
He's safely on the green now.
Maybe a 20, 25 footer. That's a good confident stroke.
Good
With
birdie.
the downslope and OB behind the basket.
This would be a really good par save for Grady.
Do you like headwind putts with OB behind the basket?
No, I'm not a psychopath, so I do not.
I usually lay those up.
Yeah. We played a flex start out here the day before, and I had a couple of those just get away from me that led to extra strokes, so no, I don't like those.
Bradley sneaking one in there just over the rim. Cage. This isn't basketball.
And Bradley with a couple of birdies after the par. Fortunate triple bogey there for Jamie. And we come up to hole 7, the first par 5 these guys are going to face. 950 feet. You see the white flags and markings marking the OB pretty much the entirety of that first section of the fairway. You have that one little area there before the road, which also is safe. These guys will be laying up before that roadway, then pitching up their second shot as far as they can get up here. To then try and execute a hyzer line into this protected green here. A pretty tight gap to hit. 4 feels great here. You may have a shot at some threes, but it's going to take some really big shots.
Yeah, and this hole does play all of 950, but this tee shot will carry on you.
Yeah.
It was only about 500, I think, to the ditch in the middle, and these guys are getting there with easy forehands. So there were some decisions to be made for the Bombers.
Yeah. And if you got a tailwind, it comes up even faster. This is turned out of Joey's hands.
There was not a tailwind today.
Oh, man. That one is OB, fortunately. No bucket.
I think it was blowing off too much.
Going hyzer here up the right side, needing some quick fade.
I think he nicked some of that stuff on the right, but came out.
Okay.
You can hear it ripping.
Yeah.
You saw how much hyzer he put that on. I thought that was that same flippy disc from earlier. It didn't come back, and it did the same here.
Joey now tasked with trying to climb. You get the fun tee shot downhill, but then you got to start climbing on your next couple shots, and he does get that across the roadway and safe.
And his tee shot did not advance very far. That was an absolute mash coming up the hill in the headwind.
Bradley, that looks great.
Yeah.
He's going to be right by that pole there, but that's going to give him a pretty straight angle to attack the third shot. Oh, right behind him.
I believe Jamie had pitched out before that shot.
Okay.
Now this was crushed.
That is an enormous second shot for Grady.
That's the closest to the mouth of that gap I've seen anybody in the 3 days we've been here.
Wow. Joey pushing the right side. There's a split gap here. Wants the left side movement and gets it at the end.
So that's why these guys are pros. Their body language works. Mine doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough one, though. This is normally on the par 5s, these guys are feasting on it, but this one is still playing above par at .20. So a birdie here feels incredible, and you're getting strokes across the field.
I think the wind was killing this hole today.
Yeah.
If you didn't throw something stable enough off the tee, you were most likely going out of bounds, especially if you're going forehand. Tough run up there with the pole and uphill in the way. I think that was that same Mako 3.
Pushed that one out the right side. Looked like he may have gotten a little tree kick at the end there, but we'll have to see when he's up there in the green. Grady with pretty much a straight forehand shot right at it.
You'll recognize where he is from our practice rounds with Albert.
Okay. Annie floaty bid there. Fortunately, does not hold that Annie line.
We'll see if he gets the same spit out
Oh,
Albert
don't
got.
say it. Come on, do your job. Oh, okay. He just took the chains out completely. Out of the
No
equation.
spit outs.
Smart man. Can't get a spit out if you don't hit chains. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
And if you saw a practice round, you know that one was probably worse than any of those.
What
And
is
that
with
one-
this? It's just this basket.
How are you going to do that to someone that just triple bogeyed the hole before?
Wow, that's so mean. That one came in with some authority and it held. A great birdie there. Bradley is on a heater here. He's just got one par so far.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's in the groove.
Oh, Jamie, you deserved better, pal. That's a rough one.
Yep, that one was brutal. Hole 8, par 4, 530 feet. Tight gap all the way down into this opening, and an OB River Creek running across and up the left side. You do have plenty of room if you get out the gap to the left, but you don't want to push too straight and be down in that drainage ditch. Mandatory relief area right here for obvious reasons, and then a nice shady green. Not a whole lot of ground play to worry about up here. Should be, if you get the gap, you should be able to take your par nice and easy. That same Mako 3 again.
Mako, yeah. And you could see why he's leaning on it. If you throw shots like that, I'd lean on it too.
Buttery smooth.
Just piercing the middle of that gap with ease.
He gave me a smile. He liked it. He knew it was good.
Oh, this is yanked a little bit early right. Is it going to stay safe?
It sneaks through.
Okay. Grady going a little faster, looking for the ground play to push him through.
Looks like Grady always throws really hard.
Yeah, he puts some spin and some snap on the disc. This looks good. Just needs to carry
There he
through and
goes.
does.
He knew he got it.
Joey got all the way out here?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, very fortunate. Just got a little forehand up, and that is
Beautiful.
parked. Probably the same. I think a T-bird again.
It's a little straight. Oh, man. He may still have a look from there. We'll see. But that's just a tough putt. And the footing down there. Well, he can take the relief also, but
That's kind of what you get for going too straight. You can't quite get enough fade on your forehand to get all the way into that basket.
yeah.
Jamie going with the backhand. Low ceiling, but
He finds the highest possible gap there is and punches through.
I think he tickled some leaves up there. I believe this is Bradley coming out.
Oh, man. Just right side.
Now, don't say I don't do nothing for you. I busted my butt to get up on the screen to get these putts in time. Oh, man.
Right side for Grady as well.
I think maybe some footing issues, but still one you want to make.
Yeah. Tap in par there for Bradley. Still a scorching hot 6 down on the front with 1 hole left. Not too far behind. Joey Bucket's 5 down so far. These guys are putting on a show.
Jamie's pumped up for the birdie. Get some juices rolling, hopefully.
Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap things up on hole 9 with the par 3, 295 feet. Forehand players will be licking their chops on this hole. Pretty straightforward shot coming down into this gap here, and then you want your disc to start moving from left to right, whether that be with a forehand spin or the backhand turnover, or if you're a lefty, a natural hyzer. These last 2 trees on the right here that the drone is passing by is kind of the last set of Guardians. Do have a little bit of a rollaway potential here on the backside of this green, so you got to be careful checking in your speed and your putts.
Yeah, rollaways were a common theme, but luckily there's no OB back there going into hole 7's fairway, so it's not a major factor. Just a little too straight.
Yeah. Gets a little nudge from the tree there, so that's going to give him a long, scary look if he wants it.
This is a really touchy backhand.
That was so much hyzer. That was masterfully thrown there by Jamie. That's the best shot we've seen him throw today.
Yeah. Another backhand. A glow AVR again.
Mm-hmm. Just a subtle drift. I like that.
I think it's a little too inside.
Okay. That right side there, you see that green bush kind of poking out behind those trees. It just feels like it has little fingers, and they just grab your disc if you get a little too close.
I think that one reached out and grabbed that one too, just a little bit.
See if Joey's running at this. He is.
Through the trees. Good sit.
Yeah. Grady a long bit here. Stepping through. Just missing left side there.
I think he was happy with that stroke. He wanted that one in.
Yeah. Oh, what did that hit? Looks like maybe one of those hanging branches just knocked it down.
Just a little ghost. I've seen it twice now and still couldn't tell.
Jeez. Bradley picking up another birdie to close out his front 9. 7 down.
Starting to seem like it doesn't matter how this guy putts.
Par cleanup there for Jamie. Trying to right the ship here with a birdie par here to close out his front 9. Joey again a little high, but in.
He knows he's testing it. A slow but clean start for Grady Shue here. Nothing you can't pick up on the back 9.
Let's take a look at our card here through this front 9 here. A couple of hot starts for Bradley and Joseph.
Yeah, you got a feel for Jamie on that triple. Kind of took all the wind out of his sails.
Yeah, you see the front 9 leaderboard so far. Jake Mon playing hot. Albert Tom on the first featured card that went off last, also out there blazing a trail. Appreciate you guys checking out the action from this second feature card here at the Open at Tallahassee. Make sure to check us out across all of our socials at Ace Run Pro. Stay up to date with all the latest coverage. We've got a lot more coming your way this offseason, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Big thank you to Dillon for joining me today in the booth for this one, and for grabbing a cam and getting all this action bonus footage for you guys.
Hey man, thanks for inviting me out here to come help out.
Absolutely. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner for as low as $3 a month and help support coverage like this. We'll see you right back here for the back 9 of this feature card, the Open at Tallahassee.